Pakistanis. A couple of failures last year in the tour match, and here a diamond duck dragging into his off-stump first delivery. So any form that Levy was hoping to pick up today, we'll have to wait until Wednesday for the Yorkshire match in the One Day Cup. Flooded affair, 1 o'clock start it is. And Josh Cobb, captain for the day, is here at number 3. Taking guard, there's a slip in place. Third man has gone down towards the car park. Long leg as well towards the bank of white seats. Then backward point, cover point. Orthodox cover, mid-off, mid-on. And a mid-wicket. So Northants 0 for 1. And Amir going in left arm over. And bowls a very similar delivery here, full and wide of the off-stump. But Cobb this time leans forward and just allows it to pass through to Sarfraz behind the stumps. So Pakistan got their tour underway on Saturday down at Beckenham. In the end beating Kent very comfortably by 100 runs. They were in trouble there quite early on. They were 164 for 5 before Haris Sohail and Imad Wazim, who made an unbeaten century down the order, pushed them to 358 for 7 declared, a total which they defended comfortably. Amir goes in and Cobb defends from the leg stump down towards mid-wicket. Fielder wanders in and there is no run. Pakistan in their traditional grass green, fairly deep shade, lighter than the outfield. It is looking in decent nick here. Still this CDL 476 emblazoned at this Wantage Road end in memory of Kondalange, the South African who played for Northants in 2012, sadly died a couple of weeks ago. As Amir goes in again and Cobb gently forward here, pressing out just in front of point. And there is no run. Northants 0 for 1 here in the opening over. Levy gone for a diamond duck. Levy's form in the one-day competition indifferent really. 27-9, 38, but then just a 10 and 19 in his last couple of matches. Amir turns just down to our right-hand side and makes his way up from the Wantage Road again. And Cobb drives outside the off-stump. Carry there for Mohammed Amir, full of length, a bit of swing, and Cobb played and missed. A few school children from the far side of the ground, it looks as if. We're in Wednesday, Friday, Worcestershire in the One Day Cup. Sunshine bathing the ground once again here. As we have an FM update now on BBC Radio Northampton, so with. Or maybe not, we won't have an update on BBC Radio Northampton FM listeners. So I'll carry with you online here on the BBC Radio 5 Live Sports Extra and BBC to have your company. Myself, Alex Winter, in the commentary box along with Nikesh Ragani here. Northants 0 for 1 after opening over. A wicket maiden for Mohammed Amir. Perfect start here for the Pakistanis. So Ben Curran, who made his first appearance.
James Khan. That didn't work.
What's the number?
0161 875 2218.
That should be there then.
Hi.
Okay,
yep. Cheers. Yep, okay. Yep, got that. Yes, we've got that, yep. Yep.
Good morning from Wantage Road from myself, Alex Winter, where the Pakistanis are in town at the start of their tour of England ahead of the World Cup coming later. Batting first, having won the toss, and they lost a wicket to the opening delivery of the match. Levy the drag into his stump, so Levy has gone for a diamond duck, and Northants are now at 3 for 1 in the third over of the game. Myself, Alex Winter, and Nikesh Rukhani alongside me. Good morning.
Morning, Alex. Yes, nightmare start here for Northants. Mohammed Amir bowling very well indeed. Pakistan, their provisional World Cup squad, but still a chance for him to force his way in.
Here he goes into Ben Curran, the left-hander, edged and just short of second slip, and the ball escapes down to third man for a single. And Curran, who has had a very, very nervy start here so far with a number of plays in just outside the off stump. Here getting a thick edge, but it didn't carry to the slip field, dark way to his left-hand side. So Curran goes to 3 and Northants are 4 for 1 in the third over, but a great start here for Pakistan.
Absolutely. Junaid Khan opening the bowling from the difficult to score so far for Northants. Overcast conditions, as we mentioned, or just doing enough.
Amir to the right-handed Cobb, the captain stump on a nice full length. Amir very full and wide first delivery to Levy, and he leant out. Had he left it, it may have even been a wide, but he dragged it into his off stump. And well, his day done, I think he would concede, as he trudged off into the pavilion to our left-hand side. So Cobb out here at number 3 for Northants. No Alex Wakey today, he's rested. As Amir goes in again, left arm over the wicket, just outside the off stump. Again, a nice full length, bit of movement away from the right-hander. And Cobb lets it go through once more. So 3 overs gone so far this morning. Cloudy, but patchy sunshine as well. And Northants 4 for 1 after 3 overs here, leaving the man out. Number of familiar faces that have been around the Northants side already this season, but a number of new faces too. Ben Curran here opening the batting alongside Levy. Cobb the captain, and Charlie Thurston making his first appearance of the season. Ricardo Vasconcelos will keep wicket here today. Seb Zaid makes his second appearance of the summer. Tom Sole his first, the Scotland international. Ian Holland, who's on loan from Hampshire for a short period. He plays for the second time, made his debut against Worcestershire on Friday. As Junaid bowls from the Wilson end of the ground, left arm over, outside the off stump to Curran, who's getting another edge here trying to cut. This was down and away from second slip. No chance for Barbara Azam. They are going to come back for a second run here. Excellent running. I just dribbled past Barbara really down towards third man, and Amir running to his right hand side from third man. Couldn't get across in time to cut off the second run. So Curran goes to 5, 6 for 1 here in the fourth over. And Nathan Buck and Brett Hutton, two senior members of the Northants squad, but Hutton, having been injured the first part of the season, makes his seasonal bow here today. And then a return for Mohammed Azarullah, who spent a glorious period really here at Northants for 6 seasons. As Junaid, left arm over from the far end, bowls again, and Curran plays and misses just outside the off stump. Good pace from Junaid, just outside the off stump, a little bit of shape away from the left hander this time, and Curran pushing in it and missing. But Azarullah on his return here, having been released a couple of years ago, been playing for the second 11. Fairy tale story really for Northants, when he was a key member of the side that won the 2013 2020 Cup, but back here today, which is great to see. Wonderful character, very, very nice fella. 2 slips in place here as Junaid bowls again from the far end, and this is steered by Curran from the crease down to third man and away to our left hand side. Amir is down there, and they go through for a run. So Curran goes to 6 and Northants 7 for 1 in the opening over, but a good start by these Pakistani openers. Nick.
Absolutely, yes, indeed. And just looking down at we've got Harris Hale fielding with his beanie hat on. There's a fielder at mid-on as well with a nice woolly hat on. It's not cold here in Northampton. The sun is poking out. It's going to be about 14 or 15 degrees by the afternoon. The Pakistanis really cold out, lots of hands in pockets. Not quite used to these conditions as yet. They will be in England quite some time yet to come.
1 slip for Cobb, the right-hander, who from the crease is just dabbing down towards point here, and Barbara runs up to his right-hand side to field, and there is no run. So the Pakistani side here, Imam ul Haq and Fahd, Barbara Azam and Harris Sahel, Ahmed, Captain Azhar, Imam Wazim, Asif Ali, Mohammed Amir, Shah, the leg Khan, and Mohammed Hasnain. So a few changes from their side that played down at Kent at Beckenham in their first tour match on Saturday. As Junaid bowls once again from the far end, and Cobb struck on the pad to one that comes back. It is a cry for LBW. The ball runs away towards backward point, and they're going to go through for a leg bye. I think the appeal was most keenly brought up by the school children on the far side there. Got behind Junaid, but it was a bit too high, I fancy.
Yeah, possibly so. So 2 slips in place for Ben Curran. Just the one every time Josh Cobb is on strike. Ben Curran has played and missed a few times so far. They're getting just enough movement here. It's not doing a lot, the new ball. Curran has played and missed. The white ball doesn't tend to do too much early on, so just a little bit of nip in the wicket.
8 for 1, Junaid into Curran, the left-hander, and Curran is back and working this out towards mid-wicket, and the bowler in his follow-through comes around to collect, and the 4th over is complete. So Northants 8 for 1 here, having lost Richard Levy to a golden duck, a diamond duck even, first ball of the innings, dragging into his off stump. So his poor form really continues. Only one score of significant note for him so far in the One Day Cup, 48 from 37 balls. He thrashed here against Warwickshire on Easter Sunday, but a lean time for Levy so far. Cobb has also been really battling form so far this summer. It was a battling effort for him on Friday against Worcestershire, making 44, but before then scores of 12, 3, golden duck and 4. As Amir continues up from the wanted road and goes into Cobb just outside the off stump, and Cobb allows it to pass through to Sarfraz behind the stumps. So that Kent game on Saturday, the Pakistanis batting first. Fakir made 76, Imam 39, but they were in trouble for a while, 164 for 5, but then a fine 6th wicket partnership between Haris Sohail and Imad Wazim, and Imad in the end made 117 from 78 balls to push Pakistan to a total they comfortably defended. Amir goes in, back of length, Cobb pulls up over mid-wicket, hasn't got all of it but carries it almost for 6 actually towards the groundsman shed to our right. It lands short of the rope and bounces up over the advertising hoardings. Well, first instinct there was that Cobb had got one off the shoulder of the bat up in the air, but I think he timed it a bit better than was initially thought. He goes to 5, 12 for 1, but a nervy moment, Nikesh.
First real bit of intent from Josh Cobb as well this morning. It was a short delivery, was there to be hit. Right-hander, but in the end enough contact for it to almost carry to the rope. 1 bounce, 4.
Amir moves in again, left arm over, and Cobb from a length from the crease just dabs here down to 3rd man, down towards those school children on the far side of the ground. Looks as if a few were gathering autographs from one of the Pakistani players clad in a yellow bib down there, not playing today. 13 for 1, the 5th over of the morning. Gentle breeze blowing across the ground. Right to left as we look out here from the Ken Turner stand. Southeasterly breeze, I believe, is coming across the British Isles the next week or so. A little bit of rain in the early forecast for Wednesday's day-nighter here against Yorkshire as Amir goes in to Curran, and Curran whips leg side, and that's backward of scorer and racing away down to the boundary for 4 runs. That'll be a nice settler for Ben. Started very nervously here so far, but a full ball from Amir at the leg stump, and Curran turns it away down towards the bank of yellow seats on the far side of the ground for 4. 17 for 1 in the 5th.
And immediately with that, the second slip comes out. It moves to a backward point. 4 fielders inside the ring on the offside, as well as the first slip.
Amir goes in again past the umpire and beats Curran just outside the off stump. Got his line back perfectly right there, and Curran from the crease just trying to prop forward. Again, just one that held its line to beat the outside edge. And if he is playing for a place in the World Cup squad, he's going about it the right way here, Amir.
Absolutely, yes. He's bowled very well indeed early on. He's had an interesting 18 months or so. He's not been in the best of form for Pakistan. It's not being named in that 15.
Moves in once more, wider on the bowling crease here, and full at the pads. Whips it to mid-wicket, they're going over a single, and Cobb would have been run out had the stumps been thrown down at the striker's end. Curran whipped it straight to the fielder, who couldn't collect cleanly. And then Curran, the ball having drifted only a few yards away from the fieldsman at square leg to his right-hand side. Fucker in there. Curran set off for the run. Cobb automatically, I suppose, went through for the run himself, and had Fakar thrown down the stumps down the far end, Cobb would have been run out by a long chalk. But he survives, the Northants captain for the day. He's got 6, Curran's got 11. 5 overs are 18 for 1 here at now a sunny Northampton.
Absolutely, yeah. Josh Cobb just jogging through for the last 10 yards or so, had given up in pursuit of that run. If it was a direct hit, he wouldn't have even been in the frame. So 5 overs gone. Northants 18 for 1, and it's going to be Junaid Khan to continue. Ben Curran on strike, 2 slips in place. Haris Sahel still with his woolly hat on at first slip. As Junaid Khan comes in to Curran, and this one nicely guided down towards third man, quite fine. Bit of work for Amir to do, they think about 2, but just a single. Good bit of fielding on the boundary from Mohammed Amir, who, as we were saying, when he burst onto the scene as a teenager all those years ago, lots of comparisons to the great Wasim Akram. Both left arm seamers, of course, both good pace, good movement both ways. Of course, served his ban from international, or from all cricket actually, after the spot fixing scandal. It's been reintegrated back into the Pakistan side, came back very well indeed, but as I mentioned, the last 18 months or so, very inconsistent. As Junaid comes into Josh Cobb now, who just defends this into the offside, no run. Just the one slip in place for Josh Cobb. Just the one fielder, or 2 fielders on the leg side, inside the circle in front of square, mid-on and a mid-wicket. Packed offside field. Junaid's been very disciplined so far with his lines. So Azhar Mahmood, the Pakistan great and the bowling coach currently, just